Hello everyone, let's solve GATE paper question 39 CS1 2025. Consider two relations between describing teams and players in sports league. Teams with TID and T name. Uh, TID and T name are team ID and team name respectively. Player ID and player name and TID. So denote player ID, player name, PID denotes player ID, P name denotes player name, and team ID, the TID denotes the team ID of that player respectively. Which one of the following tuple relational calculus query return the name of the players who play for the team having T name as MI? So it is a classical TRC question. Let's dive deep into that. Let's understand the scheme. So you are given two relation, basically tables. A teams table basically in which there is a TID and T name. So let's say there is a by ID and then there is some CSK. Okay. Apart from that, what you are given? You are given a players table with PID, player ID, primary key, and P name, player name, and TID, team ID, which is a foreign key referencing the teams.id. Okay. This is what given to us. So let's say there are some player name called Rohit, Dhoni, Bumrah, uh, player ID, some player ID and some team ID with which it references. So each player belongs to one team. There is a foreign key relationship. We figured out what is the goal. The goal of this particular question is to return the names of the player who plays for the team MI. So we need to find the team whose name is MI from teams, and we need to find players whose team ID matches that team's team ID from players. Okay, and output the player names. तो हमें वो particular player ढूंढना पड़ेगा ना कि वो इस team में है कि नहीं. So it is a simple tuple relational calculus question. TRC. It is a declarative query language used in theoretical databases. Okay, this is how we denote T, and based on that, whatever condition you are writing, T, this is what we do. Where T defines as tuple, जो यहाँ पे T है वो tuple की तरह होता है. T is defined as tuple, and you don't write how to compute. You just what you want. आपको computation नहीं लिखना, आपको जो चाहिए वो लिख दो. And we use quantifiers. So what quantifiers we use? So this quantifier means exist, and this quantifier means for all. Okay, these are some quantifiers we use in this TRC. How do we model per particular problem in TRC? So let's do that. So let P be the tuple from players and T be the tuple from teams. It is a tuple from players and this is a tuple from teams. Okay. We want players such that there exist in team T where team name is MI and player team ID and team of team ID matches. So I want player P exist in team T such that where uh, T name is equal to MI and uh, P of TID is equal to T of TID. Okay. So this ensures that we are looking at players whose team is MI and matches them based on team IC. So let's try to write the final query. Uh, I'm trying to get the player names. So player name from the players condition. It belongs to team teams T where T name is equal to MI and PID is equal to TID. Somewhat like that, based on the conditions. So let's go in the explanation part. This P name is basically like meaning, just meaning nothing. Like players P. It is basically P is a tuple from the players table we assume, and this is basically there exists a tuple T from teams such that this thing means there exists a tuple T from the teams such that teams T is basically the tuple from T is a tuple from teams table and team name is equal to mi. We are asking like what is team name should be mi and player should be part of that. So from this particular option, we can very well figure out that it is a very simple thing and it is actually different from SQL. The classic difference from SQL, if I had to write this in SQL, I would be writing select player name from player where team ID in particular where the particular team ID. Now I will be writing query within a query, subquery. So I would be something like this in SQL. Select T name from players where TID in. So I need to find that TID. Na? Select TID from teams where T name is equal to MI. So I'm actually selecting TID and for that TID actually I wrote a internal query for. Okay. So this is basically different from SQL. So the query returns the name of the players I want. Okay. From the given any sample data you consider. Okay. So summary is tuple relational calculus is a logic-based language for querying relational databases and players P is a tuple from players, T was a tuple in teams. T of T name is equal to MI means I am finding a team named MI and P of ID equal to T of ID that means join condition between players and teams and P name is later on only the player's name. Okay. So that's it for this particular question. Uh, let's see which option matches with this. So, as you very well know, we are actually gonna be selecting P name from players. Okay. So I already did that. That's it for this particular video. Take care. Bye bye. See you guys in the next video.